Welcome back.
Today, I am very pleased to be joined by our co-host, Deborah Reynolds, who is the founder and president of About Face Image Consulting. Deborah will be asking exclusive guests a handful of focused questions about pre-launching your product or service. Inventors, pay special attention. The answers will be important to you especially. Welcome, Deborah.
Moreno, it's always a pleasure to be back.
We are also very excited to be joined by our special guest, who is the pre-launch expert specialist. We can't wait to learn more about pre-launching new products and services. I will now introduce our guest with relevant and compelling highlights. He is a fourth-year engineering dropout. His first startup failed miserably. Why? Because his idea was not validated before starting. So he and his team of college interns, all younger than 23, built a second startup called Dropdown, designed to validate new ideas. In 1 year, he has generated 10 million Indian rupees with Dropdown. He attributes his success to hiring very skilled people and an eye for simplicity in product design. Currently, Dropdown Beta is live on Play Store and App Store. Here to discuss how Dropdown can pre-launch your next launch to success is Ajay Singh. Welcome, Ajay.
Hi, Moreno. How are you?
Very well, thank you. If you are an attendee with a question, add it to the chat and AJ will address it at the end. This is going to be a spellbinding, intriguing session. Deborah, take it away.
Definitely. Thank you, Moreno. AJ, I'm really excited that you're here. And I'm particularly excited for our audience because you are a young entrepreneur who is innovative and creative, and you have created something very, very special. So tell us, please, what is Dropdown?
Oh, hi, Deborah. Thank you for having me here. Okay, so Dropdown, it's a pre-launch marketing tool. So what we really do is we connect you with influencers in less than 60 seconds so that you can create your social media buzz before launching your product into the market. That means you can validate your idea or the product that you are building before you launch it, so that you get to create that hype. Okay, this is the product, and get excited and get people excited about the product. And the best part is you can get users from day one. You don't need to look for users after you build a product. That is what everyone is doing right now. So I want to help people to get users from day one using pre-launch marketing, using Dropdown.
Wow, that is a really exciting idea because that whole concept of testing the market first to see if it's a valid idea is really a critical part of launching something successful. Is that correct?
Absolutely. And a lot of very big entrepreneurs that have built some really amazing company. For example, there is Y Combinator. The founder says this very simply that always and always validate your idea with users, because that's the only way that you can see or you can build what people really want. And
That absolutely makes sense. Yes.
Social media is a very powerful tool, and it should be used in the right direction. So you can use the power of social media to reach your targeted or your audience and ask them that this is what we are building. Do you want it? And they'll simply say yes or no.
Such a great idea. So tell us, how actually does Dropdown work?
So what what we have really done is make the app extremely simple that even a 10-year-old can also use. Oh, just post a job. Like, for example, if you want, oh, Instagram influencers, just post a job, select Instagram, and then there are few fields like which industry do you want to target, what kind of influencers are you looking for, and this entire thing and the entire job posting takes just 60 seconds. Then the influencer is going to apply on your job. You don't need to reach out to them. You don't need to cold mail them. You don't need to, say, hey, this is the thing, and do you want this to collaborate with us? No, let them do that. Let them reach out to you, and once they reach out to you, you can shortlist. Oh, that these are the influencers that I want to work with, and then that's it. You can chat with them, and you can see the completed work. You can track the entire job status, like how many influencers have completed it. Simple.
Wow, that is simple. So tell us a little bit about, okay, tapping into these influencers. Do they have a large following themselves? Are we leveraging that following?
Yes, absolutely. So influencers are a lot of like there are various kind of influencers, but the most important thing that I found was the engagement rate that they had. Even if you have 5,000 followers on Instagram, but you have like 20% engagement rate, that means, yeah, a lot of people are engaging as compared to a 20,000 follower influencer who is just only with just 2% engagement rate. So the most important thing is engagement. And oh, when you get the proposals from influencers, you can see their social media profiles along with that. So you can see what's the right fit for you.
Wow, okay. So how did you come up with this idea? It's very novel.
Oh, so I started my first startup two, 2 years ago, and we were delivering groceries in 30 minutes. And this is the time of pre-corona, like there was no corona. And oh, in India, uh, there was this method of buying groceries, like walking down the grocery stores, and that's the traditional way. So we launched our app. We were delivering groceries in less than 30 minutes. Everything was amazing, but people were not ready. The timing was not ready. Oh, people did not feel the need of the product. But what, and we failed. And I all lost 4 months of my life, a lot of energy, a lot of money, but it was the mental stress that was the most moving thing or bothering thing. So I just thought, what if I could have just validated my idea with the users first and asked them that this is, do you want it? If they would have, if I've gotten a response, like, then yeah, the product would have been successful. But oh, because I couldn't ask, I couldn't validate with the users. Uh, I was clueless. And yeah, marketing is hard. So that is what I thought, that I want to make this process easier. The idea validation process has to be simple.
That's incredible. And I would think that if it's a simple process, they get that quick of a response, it's going to be an absolute hit for this product. So tell us a little bit more about your team. Who else is on your team?
Oh, that's a very interesting question. Oh, because we are a bootstrap startup, oh, I really wanted to focus on hiring, and I wanted to work with the like-minded, full of energy people. And I realized that because there are this college dudes, college uh, college guys, and really amazing people. They are really talented, and they are interns. So I thought, let's just try this. Let's just go hire interns and build this product. And that's what I did. I hired 3 developers, all of them intern, one UI UX designer, amazing. And I just shared the idea. This is the vision of the company. This is what I want to do. This is how I want to help people. And they were so excited about the product, and we had the most amazing fun. So all of us are intern. We made a lot of mistakes and we learned a lot. But the best part was there was this energy of building the product. There was the similar vision that we all had regarding the product, and that is the thing I only wanted in a team. All of us were aligned in just one direction, that we want to build Dropdown. We want to help people.
I
So
love the
that's what we did.
idea that you got like-minded people and that you created an atmosphere of fun, because that is a huge part of people loving their work environment.
Mhm. Absolutely. Work in, it's like the super important thing. You don't have to work eight hours. You just need to work 6 hours, and but that has to be productive. And uh, you in that 2 hours that you would be saving, you can do what you love, like apart from your work. You can play sport. You can do anything. You can like draw something, which is going to make you more happy, and you're going to be spreading happiness. So this work life balance is super important.
Tell us a little bit about the focus on the hiring, because you really spent a lot of time and energy trying to hire the right people. How did you do that?
Mhm. So there is a platform, Internshala, in India, and so I just posted an application. This is what I want. I received 200 responses within 2 days, and I reviewed each and every one of the 200, and I interviewed more than 30 people for just one hiring, and I did 4. So I spent almost 15 days just on hiring. I did nothing else because I know that if you hire the right team, you're gonna be focused. You're gonna be saving a lot of your time and energy, and that you know. Let's just say the process is going to be a lot smoother reaching your product while building your product. So hiring is the most was the most crucial step. Also, a lot of time and energy should be put in, because if you hire the right person, oh, this is the fundamental. It's like a brick. If you're building a house and if you have a weak brick, and when the storm comes in, I don't think the house is going to survive. So the fundamental was the team. So yeah, I spent everything
So,
like this is. Hmm?
so with all that hiring that you did, like the focus and the energy and the number of interviews that you did, what were some of the most important lessons that you learned around hiring?
How? Okay, if you, I'll just ask one simple question, which I personally feel is a very gives me a very clear picture of a person. Like, oh, I ask, I always ask this: why do you do what you do? If you are a programmer, why do you code? What what makes you code? Like, why did you get into this field? And a lot of people say, I am. It's a very good future. Everyone is coding, but there are only handful of people say, I love it. This is what I discovered when I was in high school, and I was so fascinated that I could write something, and in return I could see something. And the, these are the people that you shortlist. The second thing is, okay, you love what you do, but what have you created? What have you built using this thing, using this quality that you have achieved? And that is like the second thing. That's the second step. What you have done with this technology, what you have built, what you have achieved. So you see the project, you see what you have been working on, what was your past experience. And I was fortunate enough to work with people that have already built their own product, but again, they didn't know how to market. So my tech team is amazing. It's like truly amazing. My design team, like my designer, she is uh, she's from a very college in India, and she was doing data science, and she dropped it just to pursue designing. So if you're that inclined toward designing, uh, yeah, what there is nothing else you can want. That person will put their heart and soul into design.
That's brilliant. And I love the fact that you were so intuitive in knowing which questions to ask during those interviews without being an interviewing expert. I mean, really knowing why they do what they do. And then also, how did they use it? How did they apply it? How did they actually create or innovate knowing that knowledge? So that's great insight that you have there, AJ. That's brilliant.
Thank you.
So tell us, how do you maintain work-life balance?
Um, so I built this product 2 months in Delhi, but yeah, it was not a, it was just all the hustling. Like there was a lot of noise. The people and the environment, it's like not good. So then I like one day I just said, like we were having a lunch together, the entire team in a cafe. So I said, hey guys, I have an idea. Let's just move to mountains, have a peaceful life. Let's just work for 6 hours. Let's just not put 8 hours, 9 hours, but let just 6 hours be of quality. And yeah, and let's just do something else also in that free time, and sit by the mountains, fresh air, fresh life. What do you think? And that is where the hiring part also plays in. They said yes, let's do it. So we shifted our entire company from Delhi to Rishikesh. Rishikesh is a mountain area, and like from that moment everything changed. We rented a flat, and oh, the designer, she loves to do art, so she was doing art in that free time whenever she had. The developers, they're foodie, so they were trying different things. They are making food and they are doing different kind of stuff that they love, and I was so happy. And that all comes in to the productivity because they are happy in their lives. So the work they are doing it out of happiness and out of love. So that was uh, that I can feel in the product. And in Dropdown, I can feel it that it is made with love and happiness, not anything else.
Wow. I appreciate your wisdom at the young age that you are. You have deep insight and wisdom about what creates a really happy workplace environment, a really great corporate culture. And your team has fully embraced that. Um, you're going to go far, my friend. You're going to go far with that mindset. That's beautifully done. So tell us a little
Thank you,
bit.
Debbie.
Oh, you're most welcome. Listen, AJ, how did you actually launch the app in 60 days? Because that's very impressive.
So I had a very clear picture of what I have to build. Um, I had a very simple UI made. Like we designed the very simplest UI, not too much functionality, not too much interactions of any kind, just a minimalistic yet elegant. So we were focusing much more on uh, adding just a bunch of things, like two, three, the functionality. Not we had like we had 20 ideas that this is also what we can do, this is also what we can do, but yeah, focusing is saying no. So that is what we did. We say no to that 20 things. We just said there is this one thing that we're going to solve with Dropdown is like hiring influencer has to be easy. So that's what we did. And so once we focus our energy on this functionality, the product was so simple. So our designer were happy, Our developers were more than happy because, yeah, and the most important thing, I wanted to finish the app in 60 days is because there is a time and energy relation. If if you are doing something for a long period of time, you kind of lose that zeal, that energy to do something. It's lost because it's taking too much time. But if you do something in a less period of time and you achieve something like, oh, we built a product in 45 days, and oh my God, this is good. So that creates another level of energy in the entire team so that we can prepare for the next phase, like phase two. Now we can add functionality because we have created something and it is giving us the confidence to go an extra mile. So that was my main focus, that I want to build something. I don't want that zeal, that energy to be lost in the team. So I gave myself a deadline, 60 days. We did it. The entire team did it. I'm really thankful for that, for everyone.
Wow. And you're right, because that time energy capacity does diminish over a period of time. And knowing that you can get everything done within those 60 days, brilliant. I mean, whatever time we allow, we will fill that space. I believe that's Parkinson's Law. So you shorten the timeline, you can still maintain that great passion, that great energy to fulfill the obligations that you wanted to commit to. So well done. The wow,
Thank
lots
you.
of great insight. I appreciate that very much, AJ. Moreno, I'm going to turn it over to you. Do we have any questions from our audience?
Well, yes, Ajay, that was how many? 21 minutes of abundant, powerful value from you about pre-launching. There are some questions in the comments that perhaps Deborah may want to address, or rather bring them to your attention, Ajay, and then I also have a separate set of questions that I will ask you that have come
Yeah.
through. Shall we do that, Deborah? Do you want to start with
Sure.
the ones in the comments section?
Great. Michael Roswaldo said, so who else is doing this, offering a pre-launch tool?
No one in the market. I haven't seen anyone that is focusing on pre-launch. Everyone is focusing on influencer marketing platform, but yeah, my focus is the problem that I face. So I think I can help people with pre-launch and oh yeah, and help them to to build them something that people really want.
Wow. And because you're first to market, I think that's incredible. So we've got another question. How many people are using it right now?
Oh, we just launched yesterday on Product Hunt, and we have over 100 plus downloads in our app, and we have over 20 plus brands. We have over 80 plus influencers that have already onboarded our platform as an influencer.
Very nice. Okay, and so what are your biggest challenges in finding the right person to e-play?
Sorry, can you please repeat it? To
So what?
employ? Sorry.
Chloe,
So,
yes.
sorry, to employ is. I'm wondering if that might be the word employ. They must have had a misspelling there. The biggest challenge in finding the right person to employ.
Um. Yeah. Again, it comes to everything comes down to the vision. Like, do they also want to be a part? Do they also want to be involved in something that can change people's life, or are they just for money? So if you get this clear, right, that this team is just for for the vision. This team is vision oriented. So that's the most important thing. So oh, finding them is hard. Finding them is really hard, and it's a time taking process. So you have to be really patient, and just don't settle. That's the best. That's the only thing I can say. Just don't settle for less.
So knowing the culture that you've got and what you've created, I would imagine that once people get hired on, they're not going anywhere. They're going to stay with you.
No, They don't.
Okay.
Unfortunately, they don't.
Any other questions that you might have, Moreno?
Thank you, Deborah. Yes, I don't know if Ajay has addressed this, but one of the questions that came through is what is the cost of the app?
It's free right now because uh, we want people to know about us without any hurdle. We want to have an open door for everyone. It doesn't matter that you're a small company or a big corporation or anything. It's just free. The entry is free. You just go, you just check it out, and if it helps you, awesome. Uh, let's just first help you to grow, to make you big, and then we'll think about ourselves in the next phase. Because if you would be making money, uh, uh, like through me, you won't be having any problem giving something to me.
Yeah,
But
it's a
first,
good
I
one.
have to
Right, it's a good
I
and
have to
common
show
practice.
you.
Yes, I like
Yes,
that.
I have to show you. Yeah.
Another question is what is the learning curve to use the app?
Um, you just need to know basic English. You just need to you really need to know what on which platform you want to market on. Like where is your audience? Is it on Instagram? Is it on YouTube? If you have this basic idea, like I am opening a restaurant, for example, and I want people to know about it. So the best place is like Instagram, YouTube, but yeah, not
So,
Twitter maybe.
so it's intuitive.
So yes, it's very simple, and plus it's just like 5 clicks and that's it.
What online help do you offer? Do you have a help desk,
Oh
email
yes,
help?
for sure, for sure. Mhm. We have a CRM in place, and if you if you drop a message, we'll usually respond in 24 hours for everything you need, and we would love to help you.
Okay. And the final question I have is how do I determine the results are correct? I assume the results
Um,
that the app produces drop down.
it's a very good question because we were very focused uh, on how our influencer onboarding process take place because it is very possible that Moreno can use Debra profile and they can sign up as an influencer. So what we really did is we put a door that says put in your username of Instagram, for example, or password. That's the official Instagram API that we have used. We do not get any data of your username or password. They are like, that's like the official Instagram login page you will see. And that's like the door of authentication. We offer 7 platforms: Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, Medium, and LinkedIn and TikTok. Everything that you will see, we have authenticated. Like we have a door of authentication. That's the security that this particular account belongs to you. That's the first thing. The second thing is what we have really done is we have added a functionality in which the influencer that you have hired, they have 2 status. Like either the job is completed or that's in status. And if the job is completed, the link, like the work link, for example, it will be shared with you and you can check that, okay, yeah, this person has completed the job. Okay, done.
I see that
And yeah,
people clearly need to use it to understand
yes,
how it works, how to move forward.
absolutely. They don't need to uh, check every time that how many people have completed it. Once it's done, you will be notified that particular influencer has done this job. You'll
AJ,
have a track.
those are all the questions that we have, and we've come to the end of the session. Thank you so much for sharing your invention and knowledge about pre-launching. We appreciate you taking the time to join us, AJ.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, guys, for having me. It was really
Deborah,
great talking to you.
Deborah, thank you so much for co-hosting our You Now Online Live, which gives entrepreneurs and business owners an easy and quick way to increase their visibility, exposure, and influence.
Thank you, Moreno. Always a pleasure, AJ. Wonderful interview. Thank you for your innovation and your insight.
Thank you so much for having me.
To our attendees, a big thank you. Now it's your opportunity to be next on You Now Online Live. It is easier than you think. Start increasing your visibility, exposure, and influence the quick and easy way. The application is on the page description and the live chat. In the meantime, to your continued success and good health, goodbye until next time.